Hello, my name is Andy and welcome. This is part 6 of my study on Mary Magdalene and the powers of Mary Magdalene in conjunction with Inanna. And if you are new here, feel free to jump in here. These powers don't really build on each other. You can work with them independently. So welcome in. If you're welcome back, if you've been following all the way through, and thank you so much for joining me on this journey. And here we are with episode 6, the sixth power of Mary Magdalene, which is the false peace of the flesh. Peace being Peace. And that piece of the flesh to me is the idea that as we do this transformational work, that there is an end point that we're going to get to in which we have figured it all out and we are this kind of perfect being who, leads with love and has it all figured out, and and we're there. No more work required. And that is just not the case. This journey is lifelong. It's a process of forgetting and remembering again, becoming disaligned from the soul, realigning with the soul. The ego will always be with us, and it will always be a challenge in keeping that alignment with the soul. So the false peace of the flesh is the idea that there's an end, that we can win the prize, get the gold medal, get the gold sticker, complete the job, and we're done. And so in working with this power in particular this week, I pulled the card from the Kim Kren's Alchemy deck, Silver. And with the idea that there is this end goal and this prize to be had, and this kind of like, I'm the best at this transformational stuff, and I've completed this journey and I'm done. We have the silver medal, second place. You didn't get the gold. And that is something that I really didn't. I don't know if I knew if I needed to work with this, but I certainly found out pretty quickly that I did. And right now, I'm starting a new project, doing something that I haven't done before. And the ego is coming in strong in causing self-doubt, which is creating a stumbling block for me kind of getting into this project. And it's because I want to be the best at everything I do. I want to be the gold medalist, not the silver medalist. And so when I'm taking on things that might require a little bit more work, might not come to me as easily, this is a energy that I'm uncomfortable in, because I'm kind of going into it knowing that I'm probably not going to be the best at it. But the energy of silver teaches us that there is value to be had in coming in at this foundational level, coming in with work to be done. And there is value in that. There's value in doing that. And there is, that is a good spot to be in. So I feel like this is linked to the Mary Magdalene power in like realizing that we are constantly on this journey of learning and growing and doing, and we can't always be the best. We're not going to start out as the gold, and maybe never will get there, and that's okay. And it's all subjective anyway, right? Who says if you're gold or silver or whatever? It's about these rules that self-imposed. When I decided to really jump into this YouTube channel, I didn't want to do it for a long time because I knew that I impose these arbitrary goals, these arbitrary schedules, arbitrary, these things that don't matter to anybody, but yet I feel beholden to them. And I didn't want to get into that space. And I wanted to come at it from a very genuine place. So if we look at Inanna's sixth gate, it's about the transcending the binary is her sixth gate. And this is about the process of understanding that we are both male, female, everything in between, and going through that journey of incorporating it all. And Inanna being a liminal goddess, understanding that we are in transition constantly in growth, constantly moving, constantly going to the next stage and back and forth, and and in that, maintaining a place of self-actualization and being true to what you're doing. And that's why I started this channel really with working on sharing my spiritual practice, because I feel like that's a huge stumbling block. It's okay to share something a little bit more surface level, subjective. This is what I like. This is what I like to do. But when you're sharing what's like what you're actually working on, what you actually believe, it's more difficult. And that's why I wanted to start there, to start in this place of self-actualization and really continually say, okay, the reason I'm doing this is because it's bringing me joy, and not for any reason. And I'm not setting any goals. I'm not setting any targets. And it's okay if I'm not gold at this. It's okay if I stay in the silver, because it's a constant process of growth and transformation. So this week, when we look at the sixth power, the false piece of the flesh, there was another card that came up too from the Kantaji Oracle, What the Worm Knows. And what the worm knows is there are things to be learned from the lowly place. And that's where the foundation is. That's where we are starting. That's where we can remain in transformation. And so there is no peace for the flesh, unfortunately. We will not find peace. Only moments of it. But ultimate peace will not be had, because this is a constant working through, working through. So this week, the focus is on being okay with the fact that we're always going to be on the journey, and we're not always going to be the best at everything we do. And there is value in not knowing everything. There is a value in learning. There is a value in failing. There is value in, being your messy best. And that's all I've got for you this week. And next week is our seventh power, the compulsion of rage. So that's what we're going to get to next week. And I am not sure what I'm going to do after week 7, whether we'll go back around again with, maybe instead of looking at Inanna, maybe I'll bring in another goddess or another element, or focus on another deity altogether. But I would love to continue sharing my spiritual practice with you in this space. So thanks for watching. See you soon.